Are you constantly on the hunt for an easy stitch that doesn't look easy? Sometimes the thrill of a complicated stitch repeat can be fun, but sometimes you just need to tune out and enjoy the process. That's where the primrose stitch comes in. With only 2 rows to repeat, the primrose stitch is as easy as, say, a shell stitch, but you'd never know it by looking at it. So the next time you're in the mood for a tune out and enjoy kind of project, start with a multiple of 3 plus 2 chains. So if you're in the mood to make a blanket, chain in groups of 3 until it's as wide as you want, then add 2 more chains. If you feel like making a scarf, chain in groups of 3 until it's as wide as you want and add 2 chains. You get the idea. The first row is more of a setup row, but it's worked basically the same as one of the repeated rows. In the 3rd chain from the hook, make a single crochet, two chains, and another single crochet. Then skip 2 chains and do it all again. Keep going until you have only 2 chains left and half double crochet in the last chain. And while we're on the topic of yarn, the primrose stitch really shines when paired with a solid, light to medium colored yarn that has excellent stitch definition, and even better, find one that has a sheen to it for a look that pops even more. That's not to say you can't use any yarn you want though, it all depends on the look you're going for. The stitch pattern gets less and less pronounced the more texture and the more color you introduce with your yarn. Alright, the first row in the repeat starts here. Chain 3 and turn. Find the next chain 2 space and make 3 double crochet there. Then find the next chain 2 space and make 3 double crochet there too. Keep going until you get to the end of the row. You should have 2 stitches left technically, a single crochet and a turning chain from the previous row. Skip the stitch and double crochet in the turning chain. For later rounds though, you'll have a half double crochet in the place of the turning chain. So you'll double crochet in that stitch. Chain 1, turn, and we're starting the second row in the repeat. The chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch, so go ahead and make a half double crochet in the first stitch right here. Skip the next stitch and make single crochet, 2 chains, and another single crochet. Skip 2 more stitches and do it all again. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. See, we're only using basic stitches here. Double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet, and chains. That makes this stitch excellent for new crocheters too. At the end of the row, you'll have 1 stitch left over and the turning chain from the previous row. Skip the stitch and half double crochet in the chain. As you work through these last 2 rows for the length of your project, because that's all that's involved in the repeat, you'll notice they look slightly different on each side. Figuring out which is the right and the wrong side is all a matter of what you like most. I personally like the look of this side a little bit more, but I'm notoriously indecisive and it's beautiful over here too. If you notice some gaps on one side, try this. Instead of chaining 3 at the beginning of a second row, chain 2 instead. The chain being too tall is causing the gaps, and removing one of those chains should help. The simplicity of the Primrose stitch makes it an excellent choice for projects like blankets, pillows, and scarves. And those are all projects you can improvise without even having a pattern. Remember, just chain in groups of 3 until it's as wide as you need, and then add 2 more chains. Something else you may have noticed is that one row is bumpier than the other, on the top that is. So when you get to the point where you're ready to fasten off and you don't want a bumpy edge at the top of your project, fasten off after finishing a second row. If you thought this stitch was great, here's another I think you'll love just as much. Happy hooking, and I'll see you over there.